Hi.
Hi.
Hey there. How's your night going?
What does the word please mean?
At its simplest, it's the magic word we use to turn a demand into a request. It's all about showing respect and acknowledging that the other person is doing you a favor. Do you feel like it's actually necessary or just a social formality?
Where did the word please originate?
Let me look into that. It's funny how we use it so reflexively, but it actually started as a much longer phrase. It comes from the old French word plaisir, meaning to give pleasure or satisfy, which traces back to the Latin placere. When we say please now, we're really just using a shorthand version of if it please you. It's basically a centuries old way of saying, do this if it makes you happy to do it. Does that change how you think about using it?
How has the meaning of please changed over time?
It's gone It's gone from being a formal plea for someone's approval to a standard social lubricant. Originally, it was a literal request for the other person to be pleased or satisfied by granting your wish. Now, it's more of a polite signal, a way to soften a request so it doesn't sound like an order. It's less about the other person's actual pleasure and more about maintaining a smooth social interaction. I wonder if you think
Why is it considered a polite word?
it's considered polite because it removes the pressure from the other person. By using it, you're essentially acknowledging that the other person has the choice to say no, which makes them feel in control rather than just being told what to do. Turns a command into a collaboration. Do you think it
Uh,
actually makes people more likely to help out?
when should people use the word please?
Pretty much whenever you're asking for something that isn't strictly required of the other person. Whether it's a huge favor or just asking someone to pass the salt, it's that signal that you aren't taking their time or effort for granted. I'm curious, do you have a specific situation where you're wondering if it's needed?
No, I'm just asking how does saying please affect communication?
Basically acts as a shock absorber for the conversation. It lowers the tension and makes the interaction feel less transactional. Without it, a request can feel like a demand, which often puts people on the defensive. By adding it, you're creating a more positive emotional space, which usually makes the other person more open and willing to engage. Do you think some people overdo it to the point where it feels insincere?
Is using please important in every culture?
I think the concept of politeness is universal, but the way it's expressed varies wildly. Some cultures rely on specific words like please, while others use tone, body language, or extremely formal grammar to show that same respect. In some places, being too explicit with a word like please might even feel unnecessary or odd if the respect is already baked into how you're speaking. I'm curious if you've noticed different ways people show politeness in the languages you're familiar with.
Uh, what are some alternatives to saying please?
Oh, for sure. If you want to mix it up, you could go with something like, I'd really appreciate it if, or would you mind if you're in a more formal setting? I would be grateful if works well. Then there's the more casual, could you do me a favor? And which feels a bit more like a personal request, depending on who you're talking to. Sometimes just a softer tone of voice does the heavy lifting for you. Which one of those feels most like your style? You're so welcome. It was a blast diving into that with you. Take care.